Hi, good evening. I am Leandro Gajan. I'm a student of First Language in National Open University on distance. And I want to talk about mandatory military service. The mandatory military service is so important in our nation. There is argument in favor and against of the mandatory military service. In this little rhetoric, I want to talk about the argument in favor and how cohesion and pride, some components, argument that mandatory military service foster the national cohesion and increase the sense of the pride. It brings people from diverse backgrounds together, emphasis in their shared duty of protect our nation or the nation. In how important is in Colombia or another country. Symbolic importance. The symbolic importance of the mandatory military service is a sociological marked scale that the scale is suggests that the mandatory service that play a crucial role creating a national identity for countries that have a full development in the cohesion and identity for countries, nations, and states, and help a citizen and understand their roots or and the culture and directions. Security needs leadership, like Evo Morales in Bolivia emphasized that the country requires strong security. They believe that standard military force is essential for the national and defense and stability. We have the other example and go to the other side, the extreme right, like Bukele. This is a president, and this man make a mandatory military service like a necessity for his country to defend the people about the gangs, about the cartels, about the guerrillas. In Colombia, I am agree with the mandatory military service, not only because I am a military. I am agree because it's important to the improve our values, principles, values in our society. It's bringing people diversity. It's there to share the duty of protect our nations. It's leadership into the new generation. The mandatory military service is good for the new generation. Why good? Why well? It's easy. And this generation is enough for common people like a crystal generation. Why crystal generation? It's because our new boys, new girls, they don't know the hard thing in the life, and when the young people go to the mandatory military service, to the army, police, navy, or our special force, they learn how to improve like people. They learn how to solve it hard situation, take decision about pressure, take decision in hard times. It's good for the new generation, improve the leadership in that people. I want to share it with my with my it's with all of you about my experience in the army. My experience in the army was grateful for me. I was only a soldier 20 years ago, and in this time I am a first sergeant. Why? It's easy, because the mandatory military service allow me to join to the army, and the army allow me to improve my skills like a corporal, third corporal, second corporal, first corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, sergeant first class. In this moment, I am sergeant first class. In the future, I want to be a master sergeant or sergeant major. But the important thing for this discussion is the mandatory military service, how improve new skills for young people. In Alemania, in Germany, it's necessary to the young people, they are in high school, go to the army and pay his service to the nation. Why? But it's important to have this love for his country, make something for his country, for his security, make something for his community. It's important to remake that the mandatory military service is not only soldier for the guard. No, it's not. A soldier is not only for the guard. In Colombia, we have different skills for the soldiers. There are women soldiers. They are in our big base. They have different jobs like logistic skills for them. We have peloton, and the service is protect our environment, ground trips, protect the water. They are firemen. We have different skill in the army. We have different kind of job like union military, have the battalion or rescue battalion, and they were deployed in different part of the world, in different place like IT, like different places in the world, in different headquarters happened years ago. And Colombia, this is in this point, in this moment where all this hard for people. They are our team of rescue, search and rescue. This is important to have in our mind that mandatory military service is not only solely for the guard. It's important to recognize that we have an internal conflict with the most all guerrilla in the world, like FARC and ALN. But for this task force, they are soldier professional. The soldier professional, they are with his contract. They are a professional for the guard, and the mandatory military service is the first step. Step is for the security in our base, for improve about the values and principles in our country, for the help these young people to join to the army and get a career in the future. The mandatory military service is easy to that boy or woman to enter to the NCO school or the CO school in Bogota or in Toledo. I agree with the mandatory military service, not only because I am military, is because I am a father, it's because I am a Colombian, it's because I understand that Colombia needs a military. When you read the Constitution in Colombia, Article 217, and in this article, what say, our nation have a military force to protect our land, our border, against external enemy or internal enemy. We have three branches of the military service: Army, Navy, and Special Force, and Aerospatial Force. But in Article 216 have the fourth branch is the police. The police is the public service force. It's a force of security. They are allowed to protect urban zones and the convivence in the people in the urban cities, in The function is the security in urban zones, but they need have a mandatory military service because they need that people, the young people, to learn how to protect the people and how to, in the future, be a good policeman, be a CO in the police, be an NCO in the police, be an NCO in the army, be an NCO in the aerospace force, be an NCO in the navy. The mandatory military service is necessary. I agree with mandatory military service. Thank you so much.